friends, welcome to my channel. Today I have a Inspired By video. Inspired By is a series that I'm doing with Sara Scraps, Christy's Beautiful Life, Crafty Meggy, Khristina Sorge, and Beth Solar, so Scrap and Wonders. And we pick a different topic each month to be inspired by. And this month we thought it would be really fun to scrap the same photo. So we are essentially being inspired by a photo and the same one. So we thought this would be kind of fun. You just seen me mix some acrytones with some light modeling paste, and I just slathered it around, and then I'm just gonna add some of these creamies, which is a watercolor. It's like a semi-shimmered like watercolor from Shimmers, and it's a really light pink, though I mixed a different color. Like I had water that was a little dirty, and I think it kind of tinted it a little bit. So one of the things that you are seeing me do, and then something that you didn't see me do, was I did that title, Bath Time Cuddles, with this blue color, and I think it's Riptide. It's just a really fun blue, and it's like a tealy blue. So it's kind of hard to tell right now that it has more of a teal color to it, but the camera just sometimes makes it look different. But I'm making some water drops. I thought that this would be really fun. Like once I did this was an afterthought, so I wasn't sure exactly how this was gonna work, but when I was doodling, I did a couple of drops, and when they dried, they looked really cool, so I thought it would be fun to just add some to the layout. And I'm really glad I did this because this is one of my favorite parts. But I'm also going to take some paint pens or paint markers. You can get, like the Jane Davenport has some. I also have some Pitt pens too. Like I recently picked up two. So I have a white and a black. I just took out the white one. And so you're just seeing me just kind of trace around. I'm going to add a little white speck on some of them on the inside, just to kind of make it look like water. So you see like these little drops, and they're not going to be perfect. And that's the point, is that it's more of a handmade. And that's kind of, I mean, if you're used to my style, that's what I do, right? I just like to add a few little things that are kind of me to the layouts. And I mean, obviously all of our layouts in this, with this series, this cycle, is going to be way different because we all have different styles. But I'm really excited to see what everybody else has created, and see how we're inspired. I will apologize right now that you see a really huge line on my desk. That is from my my setup. For whatever reason, and I'm not really sure, I've noticed it a lot more lately. At night when I film, you can really see the shadows. So I think I need to update some more of my my lighting. I think I need to just get some new bulbs and stuff. I think that's the problem. But I'm not really sure, so we'll see. But I'm sorry, I've been trying to tape during the day, but it doesn't always happen, and the sun is shifting, so I have to rearrange for that. That's the thing about having a room with the windows all around. So, but anyway, for the most part, you can see what I'm doing, so I apologize for that, and I'm gonna try to work on that. But right now, you're seeing me just build some layers. I added that Bath Time Cuddle piece of cardstock that I, did with my handwriting, and I put a doily behind it. I just thought that would make it feel more feminine and fun. Now, I took this photo and I printed it off in black and white. This is just it's a really great photo that Christy had taken with her iPhone. So she has a newer iPhone. So if you guys are just curious about how these photos blow up, like I printed this off on a 5x7 paper, and the quality of it turned out really good. I turned it into black and white because I wanted to play on the fact that I could use different colors, and I have no idea what I'm doing right now. I noticed that I moved some stuff around to try to get rid of that light, and I noticed, I don't know what it is. Sometimes you can't see everything I'm doing, but I'm building on the layers, so I need to work on that, guys. I'm so sorry. Ugh. I don't know what it is. I haven't changed the way I scrap or anything, so it's really weird that all of a sudden, and I did have lines so I could see, but anyway, that's besides the point. So I'm just working on building some layers, and I've kept it really simple. I stuck with a lot of the tealies and the yellow colors, and this is where all the color is. So in the original photo, and you guys, if you've seen the other ladies' layouts, you'll notice this. The towel has some yellow on it, and that is why I use the yellow on the background, because I really wanted to play that up, but I wanted it to be somewhere not on the photo, if that makes sense. I almost thought about making it all black and white except for that one spot where the yellow was, but I decided not to because I was not really wanting to go in and do all that editing. So, but that it would have been something really fun. So I'm just going to place these down, and I'm just using Tombow. This will help it stick. I might have to go back in and add a little bit of like matte media or something to some of them, just where I did them over the modeling paste, because it's a lot of texture, but I wanted it to be that way because a towel has so much texture, right? So these are things that I think about when I'm making a layout, is like, what is the texture of the thing that I'm scrapping? Like, oh, it's a towel. It's like, you know, I mean, some of them are really soft, and baby towels are really soft, but like you can see all the texture on when you look at this photo. Maybe not so much from where you guys are, but like when you actually look at this photo, you can see all the texture from the towel, and you can see you can see all that on Nora, and you can see her hair is all wet. And so anyway, this is a super cute photo. I mean, obviously I could take a picture. I could use a picture of my kids when they were babies too, because they were cute though. But anyway, so I added just a few hints of pink just because this is a girly layout. So, on that, so I also used some stuff from the new Maggie Holmes collection carousel. I bought just a couple of things, and I also, that in a minute I'm gonna add some stuff from, I also got some Chamel buttons and stuff, so I use some of the wood, I use a wood button and some of the enamel dots because they had yellow. So they're a little bit different colored yellows, but I really like that. And I am going to make a bow with some twine. It's a little bit of a different color. It's more blue. I probably should have seen if I had more of a teal color, because I think I do. I think I have one from Click Kits that I purchased, but you know, that is what it is, right? So I'm just kind of feeling and seeing how things go. I know I want to keep it simple because this is a big photo. I want that to be the focus of it, but you know, I also want it to be fun and playful too, because I mean, I have stuff to add to my layout. So, oh, so guys, just heads up, I was noticing on my desk, because I keep a lot of the stuff that I was just using recently on my desk a lot of times. And the Creamies watercolor that I use for those blue drops are actually Boogie Boarding Blue. And like I said, it is a teal color. It probably looks more blue. So here we are. I'm going to work on adding some more stuff. In the Maggie Holmes ephemera pack, there's those numbers, and I decided to tear them and kind of, I wish I had taken a picture of how I originally had them layered, because I had them layered a little bit different, and I kind of moved them around, but yeah. So now you can see the whole thing because I'm in frame. But I'm using some of the buttons from the new pack and the old button pack from last collection. So I did mix the two collections, and they worked out really well. They're really similar colors. I mean, Maggie Holmes is really good about that. She kind of takes stuff from the last collection and carries them over into the next collection. It makes it really easy to mix. It's kind of sometimes I get kind of bored with that because it feels like the same collection. But it's nice because when you have little bits and pieces, like I still have a lot of that collection because I haven't used it because it's so pretty. But I thought about using some of the tags from the pack that had the tags and the words, but I'm going to end up taking it off because it's more cream filled than what I want. And I noticed that this newer pack has a lot more white stuff than cream stuff, which is really nice because or a little bit of a different shade of cream. It's a little different. But I am going to add some chipboard hearts, and I really want to make it pretty and cute, but keep it simple and, you know, let the mixed media kind of speak for itself, let the photo speak for itself. It's so pretty. I will admit I am not really going to put much journaling on here just because, well, one, it's not my photo. I always have the hardest time. If I've done layouts for other people putting the journaling, I do put her name on the tag and the date. I wished I would have thought about putting somewhere on there like 3 months, but because she's 3 months old in this, and I thought about using that big yay because that is so much fun, but it just, I don't know, it didn't feel right up there. So in the end, I just leave it, and I'm going to put a border. I'm just going to use my black pen and put a border around the whole thing so that it just ties everything in. And here goes that tag. I'm going to end up sticking it up above, and just little bits and pieces of that pink show. And that just kind of carries throughout because I have some pink on the other side that I cut out from the 6x6 pad from her Maggie Holmes' last collection. So it's so cute. I love this photo. It's so cute. Her daughter is so stinking cute. She's got just those cheeks that you want to squeeze. Don't you guys? I don't know if any of you guys are moms or grandmoms, but that's like the funnest stage is when, you know, bath time. Well, of course I shouldn't say that. My daughter at 3 months hated the bath with a passion. So I'm going to go back in and just kind of retouch up some of these water drops and stuff. So I'm going to use some of the paint. I was kind of thinking about using the paint pens and like making an outline around each one, and I thought maybe it would show up a little bit more, but here's the thing is it's white on white, and these pens are pretty good. They're not as cream as some other whites that I've used, which was really nice. I will say that when you look at the close-ups, you will notice at the very end I used some shimmers. I don't know if I put this in here, but I used some shimmers, some Goldilocks, and then I also used some regular Heidi Swapp Color Shine. Yeah, I didn't show that part. And some of the spots that splattered from the Goldilocks kind of messed up some of the drops a little bit, I think. But in overall, I really like that addition to the gold. So I absolutely love this layout. I think it turned out really fun. I can't wait to see everybody else's. So make sure you check in the lineup below. Everybody else's layouts, they'll be showing up today. And I hope you guys have a great Scrappy week. I will see you guys later. Bye.